Hi, this is Majin Oni, and here's my next round of cuts for the DC relaunch. First up is the DC Universe Presents Deadman. I've seen Quantum Leap, and I know I've said that before, but this really doesn't show anything new or interesting to me, so this is going to be dropped. Let's see, Green Lantern Corps. I just wish all the lanterns were died, and I wouldn't have to see any more green. I just don't think that's interesting anymore. I think all the fun, everything that was fun about Green Lantern is gone. DC and Jeff Jones just completely just pushed the war down all of our throats so much that the aftermath just doesn't seem interesting any longer, and doesn't matter what they throw at me. I think this is definitely, it's going to be a long time before I can read another Green Lantern book again. Okay, the Supergirl. This is going to be dropped also. I don't really care about the truth about Krypton. I just don't care about this character. I don't even find it interesting at all. I mean, granted, usually you can get an interesting idea with a girl out of time type thing, like in a brand new world setting, things like that. But I kind of already saw that when they first introduced Supergirl, and I don't really care to see it again. So this is going to be a drop. Nightwing, he's a character that it appeals to me more as a supporting cast rather than the main hero. And I really don't care about the way the story's starting. I don't care about the circus. I understand why they did the circus, and I can appreciate what they're trying to do. I don't care. And I know I keep saying I don't care, but this really just hasn't captured my interest. Red Hood and the Outlaws. This is one of these books I think should have been fun. They put a lot of elements in here to make it appear to be fun, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not sure if it's the art, I'm not sure if it's the writing, but there's just something about it that's not just capturing it for me. I'm sure part of the problem is the way they did the characterization of these people. Maybe it's because I don't like the Red Hood, maybe it's or Arsenal, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't mind as much Starfire being super slutty. It's just that it's completely out of character, and when I'm reading it, I'm like, why is she doing this? This doesn't make sense to me. So this is going to be a drop. Birds of Prey. Yeah, I think a bird of prey came down and ate these birds because the soul of this book is gone. You don't have Oracle, leading the team in her wheelchair. Granted, you still have Black Canary, but the soul is gone, and to me, this is just like they're going through the motions, and they're trying to force something that they think is interesting down my throat, and I don't like that at all. So this is gone. Absolutely no interest whatsoever, none. Now for Legion, I do like the idea of the Dominators. I'm glad to see them back, but I just can't get into Legion any longer. It's like there's just so many characters, and even though I'm familiar with a lot of them, just the fact that it's like you constantly have to tell everybody who these people are because there's just too many of them. And I think maybe while it defeats the purpose, if they scaled down the Legion even more than what it is, and then went forth and conquered from there, then I think I might appreciate it more. But this is going to be a drop. Blue Beetle. I don't know what I'm going to do with Blue Beetle. Part of me is going, it's interesting. Another part of me is saying, cut your loss right here. I'm going to get the next issue, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay with it. But at least for right now, it'll be around. Catwoman. I think Catwoman, there's some really interesting things in here. How do I word this right? The relationship between Batman and Catwoman, Selina, is it's kind of like they're doing things that you knew that they were doing, but DC rarely, if any time, showed type thing. And I think they're taking some interesting chances with the character, and when I say they're taking chances, I don't mean that they're really reinventing the character. I think they're just going down a slightly different direction. and Catwoman has my interest, and for now, this is going to be a keep. It took 3 issues, but I'm finally ready to keep Batman. I think the Owl storyline is interesting, and I want to know where it's going to go from here. And for right now, this will definitely be a keep. Justice League. This issue this was fun for me, especially when you watched Wonder Woman walking down the street, and she's like, it's like the way the reaction was with her and the people, and how she goes, "Oh, that's a harpy," and then that's not a harpy, that's one of those parademon things. I thought the introduction to Aquaman was interesting. It was, it was kind of like the Aquaman that you hope you would see but never see type thing. So, for now, this is definitely. When I say for now, I'm just saying it's for now because I have no idea what's going to happen when this creative team leaves. But this is definitely a keep. And Wonder Woman. We learned her origin was a lie. So that has my interest. Wonder Woman is probably one of the shining beacons of this whole relaunch. They were actually able to do something new and original with this character that they couldn't do before. So I go, bravo DC. This is the type of story that you should have done for everything. Now I understand there's people who don't like Wonder Woman, but what I'm saying is it's not necessarily the writing or the art. It's the way they tackled the character. They did it. They gave you something familiar. They twisted it and turned it, and they made it interesting. And they did it in such a way where it actually could, it makes sense type thing. It's not like they threw you a curveball like Starfire, for an example, and they went with it. Or it's a cloudy in terms of the timetable with the way Batman, Robin, Nightwing, Red Hood, and all these other people. It's like, how do all these people fit in the timeline? I have no idea. I don't know how that could be possible. But this was really, really a fresh and interesting idea. So this is definitely a keep for now. I just hope that Brian Azzarello can continue the high quality for this. So anyways, this is my pull list for right now. And at least this is my drop, I should say, for this week's books. And I still don't have the next wave of DC, so we'll see what happens. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. I'm curious to see which books are you guys keeping out of this list, so let me know. Rate the video up if you like DC, and I'll have more reviews, my pull list tomorrow, so until next time.